Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to David Let Go to Hobbies. If you hear some strange noises, I've got a bird and dogs in the room with me. I've got three on my lap, and one birdie over there, and they're contented. The bird, not the birds, the dogs. Right, before I make a fluff of everything. Right, where was I? CPC course. I had a CPC course. I think it might have been about 10 years ago. And obviously I've done a CPC course since then. And I remember this video we watched of a foreign driver driving, I think it was for NFT. Yeah, I'm sure it was NFT. And he was coming up the A34 and he was playing with his phone. And he wasn't watching what he was doing. Oh man. This is very upsetting. Very upsetting for me. Because when I heard it, I bawled my eyes out. I really, 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 really got upset. And I'm trying not to now. What happened? He was playing with his mobile phone device, trying to put some tunes on or looking at messages, and he hit a car up the back. He went over that car and killed two kids. Their mother, I think. I think the three people lost their lives and the fourth seriously injured. And I hate people that use a mobile phone while driving. And I just feel that it all could have been prevented. People might not have lost their lives that day if he was. I'm not saying if it can be anyone. I'm not just saying because it was a foreign driver. It could have been an English driver. It doesn't really matter the nationality. It's still a driver at the end of the day. That's all that matters. So I'm not picking on people. It's just a fact that drivers should know better. And do you know what gets me? I see drivers every single day. They've either got the phone on their lap, they're texting. You can just follow them up the road. You can see they're on the phone because they're wandering all over the road. And some of them don't give a flying monkeys. They've got their phone to the rear. And what's the police doing about it? You're lucky if you get caught because the flipping motorways and roads around, they're literally lawless. And people are using mobile phones and they just don't care. Because a high percentage, they're not going to get found out. Why? Because there's no one to uphold the law. No police officers. And when you do get the police doing something about it, brilliant. But yeah, so a CPC course reduced me to tears. It's not I'm blaming the CPC course, but it just shows you of the seriousness of the consequences of not paying attention to what you're doing while driving a vehicle. I just wonder where it's going to stop. the honest truth. I just wonder where it's going to stop. And at least those children and the woman are not in any pain. Doesn't bring them back. If you haven't seen it, it's A34. I think it was called Phone Kill. And I've travelled the A34 a lot of times. And I've been past that place where those children and women lost their lives. There's too many deaths, too many injuries, nothing getting done about it. Or, should I say, not enough has been done about it. And I don't know how the emergency services coped with that sort of situation. Because this absolute arsehole of a truck driver took all those lives. Yeah, he might regret it now. But why can't we have phones that won't work while driving? Take it away from the drivers. Make it only for emergency calls only, 999. So you can't make calls except for emergency calls whilst driving. And I think that's the safest way. And this is why I fear in my life every day as a truck driver. Not so much what I do, but what other idiots do on the road. And going back to what I was saying about these emergency service people, fire, police and ambulance, I don't know how they do their job. But thank you for what you do. Not an easy job. And you just think it all could be prevented and avoided if people used a bit of common sense and realised the consequences. And this is why the police should be even tougher on people that use mobile phones or devices not in control of the vehicle. I think the police need to step up the mark and do much more, because I feel that the roads are lawless and not sufficient policing on them. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next video.